tiniest peak to Blackrock Canyon is located in southeast Idaho, just southeast of Pocatello. This is the track that I ran. I recorded it on Onyx. It took me about 3 hours and 38 minutes, 16 miles with an average speed of 4.5 miles per hour. This trail is best ran from west to east, starting at East Terry Street and American Road in Pocatello. The first part of this trail is a fairly easy dirt road that will take you up to some of the steeper climbs that you'll see shortly. Overall, this trail I would rate a 5 out of 10 because it has uneven, rutted dirt trails with loose rocks, sand, erosion, and washes. There is potential for water crossings up to 18 inches deep, mud holes, and obstacles up to 2 feet, including ledges and short, steep grades. It's a very pleasant drive for the first mile and a half or so, right before we get to the really steep climbs, which you can start to see on that hill straight ahead of us. It's a grade of probably no less than 30 to 40 degrees. I actually did not check it, but it is very steep. This begins probably the most difficult part of the trail. It starts out as a dirt road, but it is very steep and it turns rocky and off-camber in some places, and has small ledges that you have to go up. There is bypassable areas, but they are a little bit more off-camber and they still have lots of rocks on them. I would not attempt this trail if it were snowy, icy, or very wet, as it could become very dangerous, as it's so steep that you would probably go sliding down the road. We ran this trail into 2013 and a 2014 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon, one with 35s and one with 37s. They had no problem with any of the obstacles as they had plenty of clearance and plenty of traction. Lockers aren't necessarily required for this trail, but it may take a little bit more skill if you don't have them. You can see here that it starts to get a lot more rocky. Here, it's a lot more important to pay attention to your tire placement. Right here, the trail is split. To the left, there's a couple small ledges that are optional that you can go up. To the right, it's a little bit easier, but it does kind of take you around on the hillside a little bit. The ledges were not difficult, but if you did not have lockers or large enough tires, you may not want to go that way. Part of the video that I feel truly shows the steepness of this trail. It's kind of hard to capture. I mean, the video never does it justice, but it really was truly amazing how steep this was. We had a steady climb the whole way up, and man, you're looking at the sky for a lot of it. It was pretty awesome. Again, it's hard to portray the steepness of this, but when you get up here, the trail splits again. To the left kind of takes you out on the hillside and it's a little bit more of a stable ground. To the right, it's a little bit more rocky and loose. Both can be accomplished fairly easily, but again, I would recommend paying attention to the conditions and what your vehicle is capable of.
Might have taken the wrong fork, but it looks like it'll still get us there. Larry said stay left at the fork, and that looked like a fork, but this is more of a goat trail going up here. It looks like we'll make it just fine though.
This is probably the last difficult climb of the trail. You can see here you got 3 different routes. To the left is the bypass that will take you around the hill and meet up with the trail on the other side. The middle route is probably the most fun. It's got a lot of loose rocks on it, and it's a pretty good climb. The one to the right isn't necessarily so rocky, but it is kind of off camber once you get near the top. We chose to take the middle one just because it looked like the most amount of fun.